Hey guys, Legion here and welcome back to a new Jurassic World Evolution 2 speedbuild episode. And in today's episode I'm going to be working on my Jurassic Evergreen Park. It's a new park that I started a few maybe like 1 month ago or like half a month, I'm not sure. Basically this park is older, there are some habitats already built, and in this episode I'm going to be building a habitat for the alamosaurus. And you may be thinking that the time-lapse is not complete, that there's some of my building missing, but actually I built not most of the habitat, but the infrastructure of the habitat was mainly built before actually this speed build. The reason for that is that I planned to build this park for Battle of the Builders, for Evolution Square's building competition, but then I realized it was going to be too much work, so I finished my tropical park for it instead. And basically I had already recorded some footage for this park, and then my idea was to cut that footage and then basically use it as other episodes and start that series now. But I realized the way that I was talking in the footage, basically instead of the usual thing, just recording a speed build, what I did was that I was recording my voice whilst building, and then I was gonna sort of cut that up and cut out the most important segments and have those in the video, but that didn't really work out, and instead of making like a bad video, I decided to just continue with the next habitat and build that instead and just do a regular speed build of that. Also, it would be a big help if you were to let me know in the comments if you want that style of building video. Basically it's going to be similar to what Evolution Square does with Manticorp, mini Manticorp videos, or like she did with mini Nubla videos. And just go and write a short comment if you want building episodes like that from me in the future. But now coming back to the footage of the previous 2 episodes, what was supposed to be the previous 2 episodes, and the park build in general. I will continue this park build now. I was quite excited about it. I had a lot of fun with it already, and building that, the first episodes I could either just not release them at all and just do like a video where I show you what I previously built in the park and give it a tour, or I could again rebrand it as a speed build and just take out the audio where I'm talking and just do a speed build instead, like this one, and talk over it. And yeah, write a comment for that as well. That would be very helpful. Currently my idea is to do like a small park showcase of what we already have, but yeah, I could also just do a speed build out of it if you prefer that. But it seems like we have a lot of things to talk about in this episode actually, because the next thing would be Battle of the Builders, and that is the building competition, if you don't know, from Evolution Square again. And basically I already posted about it in my community tab, and you can now vote for the winners actually in the full park category. There are multiple categories. I personally submitted in the full enclosure, in the single enclosure category, in the entrance category, where I submitted with the entrance of this park I'm building right now, and I also submitted in the full park category, of course, with my tropical park. There were 3 winners chosen for each park category: the unmodded, the modded, and the console category, and I personally managed to score 4th place in the unmodded category, which wasn't quite enough to be a finalist. There are now 3 finalists you can vote for on the Evolution Square Discord server, and you can vote for the winner, and the winner will be showcased as the winner in the final video. And the other 2 will be shown as the finalists, and there will also be honorable mentions, so I will probably make it into the video with that build, but I still have the chance to win with my enclosure and entrance build anyways. So if you want to check out some awesome parks, just go to the Discord server and go to the Battle of the Builders submissions and check out some there. You will find a lot of inspiration. There were a lot of great park builds there. If you want to vote for a winner in each category, you can check out the Discord as well. And if you just want to, look at the winners, at the possible winners, and get some inspiration from those builds, you can also check the Discord. It will probably be in the description of this video. Also, a fun thing about this habitat, real quick, is that there's like a little section where the guests can see the alamosaurus where they drink from the guest plaza. There's like a guest plaza in front of the habitat, of course, and there's some shops, and from that you can't actually look into the habitat. You have to go to a separate viewing area for that. But there is like a small little cutout where there's a Jurassic Park gate and some water. That's probably also going to be on the thumbnail, and right there you can see the alamosaurus drinking, and of course also the pentaceratops drinking, which I forgot to mention, but I'm going to be doing this as a cohabitative habitat, so there will be 2 species, the alamosaurus and the pentaceratops, which is in my opinion one of the most underrated species in Jurassic World Evolution 2. The alamosaurus is pretty loved by the community, I would say. That's of course for good reason. It's a really great sauropod design and it looks really cool in my opinion. I at first didn't really like it that much, but now I think I like it a lot more than before. And the pentaceratops is really underrated. I personally really like ceratopsids in general, and the pentaceratops just is super unique and super cool, and I wish that more people would just, use it in their parks. Also, what's a bit different about this park, what I try to do more is to use a lot more rocks in the habitats, sort of separating the way and the path where the dinosaurs will be able to go, like the areas that they will be able to go and the areas that they won't be able to go in. And basically what I did here in this habitat is that I surrounded like these little hill areas with rocks, and then I put trees inside of it, and I think that gives off a cool look. It sort of separates where the dinosaurs can go and sort of creates like paths for them, and then I put dirt right there, and there are areas with where I put the grass brush, like one of the foliage brushes in this map, and then around that is dirt, and that's sort of where they will be walking. There are big sauropods, the alamosaurus, and they would like trample the ground. I think that's going to add a lot more realism to most of my builds. But yeah, we also been sort of theming this. Maybe the theme of the park is like rocks or rock gardens, because the entrance has like a lot of rocks. There are like little rock gardens that I've already built in this park. There's just a lot more rocks than I usually use, and that's like an interesting thing about this park, I would say. So yeah, in the end I'm quite thrilled with how the build turned out. I think it looks really cool to have these separated areas. I also used the sauropod feeder trick that I have already explained in my Brachiosaurus speed build, but if you don't know, basically I put inside of one of the herbivore feeding trees for the big sauropods, I put one of the aviary perches, that's what they're called, and it looks like some kind of sauropod feeder or a giraffe feeder in a zoo. And yeah, I quite like the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode too, and leave a like, comment, subscribe and everything, blah blah blah. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.